happened when an employee of the Richmond water treatment plant called a state agency to report an overflow of fluoride into the drinking water supply. He said that no one was taking action to address the problem. That's according to an incident report that CBS 6 obtained from the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. On Sunday, April 27th, it notes the caller advised that 63,000 gallons of fluoride and possibly other chemicals were released into the drinking water source from the plant due to an equipment malfunction. He said the leak began 5 days prior on April 23rd and was still ongoing at the time of his call. The employee stated that he closed the valves on the fluoride pump but still found levels of fluoride in the water. Responding to this, a DPU spokesperson says she does not know why 63,000 gallons were reported, as the fluoride tank holds about 10,000 gallons. She says the leak was not ongoing, but some fluoride did remain in the system in decreasing levels as it was flushed out. She said there were no other chemicals that leaked. We later learned that a testing sample resulted in elevated fluoride concentration that was above the normal standard, but officials said the exposure was not long enough to trigger any public health concerns. According to the incident report, the employee stated at the time of his call about the issue that, quote, "It does not appear anyone is doing anything and nothing is being done about it," despite his supervisor being aware of the situation. This call to the emergency agency is what finally triggered notifications to the health department and Chesterfield, Hanover, and Henrico counties, which expressed frustrations over the delay in communication from the city, especially on the heels of the water crisis. As CBS 6 previously reported, an operator knew about the fluoride overflow 4 days before it was ever reported to regulators and regional leaders.
When the water treatment center had the failure in January, I think the primary thing that really we heard loud and clear from residents was frustrations as it pertained to communication.
Answering questions from council members on Monday, DPU Director Scott Moore said he is working to develop new standard operating procedures pertaining to communication.
I think ultimately we need to do is something that we've already planned to do, which is making sure that the communication plan is formalized and gets out and trained against, so employees know who to call and when to escalate things. Not knowing what to do and when to do it is always a concern to me.
Now, I asked whether any communication protocols were in place before this incident happened, and a DPU spokesperson said all operators were required to follow the waterworks regulations, which require reporting such an issue within 24 hours. Of course, that did not happen in this case. I'm Tyler Lane with CBS 6 News.